In August 2016, Samsung released the Galaxy Note 7 handset, which had catastrophic faults with its battery that resulted in the devices igniting. This fault also led to a total ban of all Galaxy Note 7 handsets on a number of airlines before Samsung could order a mass recall of the devices. The fiasco caused major damage to the Samsung brand equity. Samsung had to hit back quickly with a marketing campaign which would have consumers once again reacting positively to their brand. In 2017, Samsung launched their new ad campaign with the value proposition, "Do What You Can't." The campaign is innovative because of the way in which Samsung differentiate themselves from their competitors throughout the entire campaign. Instead of Samsung just selling a particular product, for example their latest phone or virtual reality headset, and focusing on the technical features of these products, the campaign aims to inspire and empower consumers by telling them, "We make what can't be made, so you can do what can't be done," followed by the line, "Do what you can't." The campaign makes the consumer look at Samsung products from a different perspective. It shows them that they are the reason that Samsung makes the products that they make, and that when you use their products, you can achieve things that you didn't think possible. The campaign dares consumers to be innovative, to think outside the box, to use Samsung products to do what can't be done. This campaign is very different from what competitors or even Samsung have done in the past. Traditionally, Samsung have focused on selling the technical abilities of their products in their advertising campaigns and using that to differentiate themselves. Whereas the "Do What You Can't" campaign inspires and empowers consumers by telling them that anything is possible if they use Samsung products. Not all of the ads in the Samsung campaign are so fanciful. The rest of the ads in the Samsung campaign focus on being more relatable to everyday people. However, the ostrich ad certainly sets the inspirational and empowering tone of the campaign overall. It is difficult to get the same feeling of empowerment when you watch the Apple iPhone campaign in the same year. This focuses on comparative advertising, comparing their product against an Android product and convincing the consumer that the iPhone is better and that making the switch from Android to Apple is simple. The campaign is hardly inspirational and follows the more traditional strategy of using their product's technical capabilities to differentiate themselves from their competitors. In comparison to the Samsung campaign, it doesn't come close to being inspirational. There are two ways in which Samsung uses differentiation in their latest campaign. Not only do they differentiate their product, they differentiate their brand image. The way they differentiate their brand image is by their value proposition, "Do What You Can't." This message is repeated in all of their ads throughout the whole campaign. This value proposition is backed up by their claim, "It's not just a slogan, it's what we do. Our mission is to help you do the impossible." This message differentiates the Samsung brand from their competitors by establishing themselves as being more than just a product, but a company who are here to create products to help you do the things you want to do. This ideology is enforced by their slogan, "We make what can't be made so that you can do what can't be done." This campaign focuses on what you can achieve with their products rather than telling you what their products can do. It inspires you to think outside the box and use Samsung products to do what you can't. The campaign makes you believe that the only limit to what can be achieved when using Samsung products is you, and they are with you every step of the way. All the while, the message helps to differentiate the company from its competitors who simply make products. In positioning the brand in this way, it helps Samsung to gain a competitive advantage by giving the consumer perceived superior customer value. Samsung also differentiates their products from their competitors by highlighting their technical advantages. This is conveyed to the consumer by use of the statements, "Because you want a bigger screen, not a bigger phone, we took the display right to the edge." This, of course, refers to their Samsung Galaxy Edge phones. They differentiate their fridges by saying, "Because you forget what is in your fridge, we let you look inside from anywhere." This refers to the handy feature of being able to look into your fridge from your phone while you're at the grocery store. It differentiates their washing machines by saying, "Because you always find one last sock, we let you add it while you wash." Even while differentiating the individual products, Samsung are still communicating their overall value proposition of "We make what can't be made so that you can do what can't be done." Another way in which the campaign differentiates Samsung products is that it markets all of their products as a collective, fully promoting the extent of their product offering and highlighting the competitive advantage that all of their products integrate. They show you how you can use your Samsung phone to open your blinds, start your washing machine, your robot vacuum and your air conditioning, all while you are not at home. They build on this by saying, "Because you want your things to work together, we're making it seamless to connect them all." This in turn will build brand loyalty in customers, as to gain the full advantage of Samsung's technical abilities, you need to buy all of their branded products. It is essential for brands to not only differentiate themselves from their competitors, but to differentiate their products. The way in which a brand differentiates themselves and their products establishes their position in the consumer's mind. Samsung have used this concept very effectively in this latest campaign, which leaves the consumer feeling inspired and with no doubt that Samsung products will not only do what they say they will improve their life. Samsung have utilised the message execution slice of life throughout their campaign. This message execution showcases normal people using Samsung products in normal everyday settings. Samsung have taken their products and shown them being used in particular lifestyles. For example, the busy dad trying to remember if they need milk, the parents taking video of their kids with Samsung phones, the young people using their Samsung phones and webcams to create action videos, movies and makeup tutorials. Samsung have used the slice of life message execution very effectively. The overall campaign connects with different people on many different levels and manages to appeal to specific target markets with each ad. After the fallout over the Samsung Galaxy 7 debacle, Samsung had to move swiftly to change customers' perception of their product value. It was now crucial that they convince consumers that not only were their products safe, they were superior to their competitors, and in doing so build brand preference with consumers. Samsung achieved these goals by utilising the market objective of persuasive advertising. Samsung have used a very powerful and emotional tone to facilitate their persuasive message. The whole campaign is built around inspiring and empowering people. Samsung show everyday people using their products to make their lives easier. One of the ways in which Samsung builds a connection with consumers is by the repetitive use of the words "because you, we," enforcing the message that Samsung are creating their products because this is what you want. The campaign further reinforces that sense of community by using relatable celebrities which embody the very quality that Samsung are promoting. They are everyday people who have achieved great success. This again strengthens the "do what you can't" value proposition. The first ad released in this campaign was aired during the Oscars and starred video blogger Casey Neistat, somebody who was just an everyday person but who has achieved fame and fortune through his video blogs on YouTube. The ad starts with Casey walking onto screen and saying the words, "Allow me to introduce the rest of us," and the audience instantly relate to him. He ends with the line, "We all have one thing in common, and when we are told that we can't, we all have the same answer, watch me," which is then followed by the hashtag #DoWhatYouCan't. This creates the illusion that because of Samsung products he has achieved his success. and if he can, then so can you. Samsung have used the persuasive advertising objective very effectively throughout the whole campaign. By using images and words that make the consumer feel involved in what Samsung are doing, they have managed to persuade consumers to once again trust their brand and that their brand is better than their competitors.